Hey families! So welcome back to Favorite Friday. For the second case for this week, unfortunately we have another child death case. This case, I will warn you, also involves a washing machine, just like I did with the last one. That case, however, was in France. But this case actually took place in the States, and it happened like about a good 10 years ago. So if you've heard this case, definitely let me know. If you know anybody involved in the case, definitely let me know. I'm going to give what it is publicly known. Definitely always give your thoughts down below. And so with that being said, I'm going to quit my rambling, and let's go and get started. So we're going to start off with Maggie. Maggie May Trammel was born October 25th, 2010 to her mother, Lindsay Findler. And so prior to Maggie, Lindsay had like two other kids, and apparently they were 3 and 4 at the time of the incident. And so Lindsay herself apparently was born on August 12th, 1984. Of course, you can imagine she had a criminal record with assault, battery, failure to appear, larceny, and apparently not putting her kids in a seatbelt. So, criminal record all over the place. Apparently, she would get charged with drug possession when she was only 4 months pregnant with Maggie. She apparently got sentenced to 1 year, 1 year suspended. So, I imagine 1 year probation and 10 days in jail, which is hella light, especially if you're pregnant, in my opinion. And she didn't show up to court, but her parents apparently were trying to get her parental rights taken away. So, on the fateful day of November 4th, 2010, apparently Lindsay would be on the 3rd day of a meth binge, because apparently she was addicted to meth at the time. And despite apparently being on said meth binge, apparently she was still able to bathe, clothe and feed Maggie. Because like I said, Maggie was just born not even 2 weeks ago, so obviously somebody has to do that for her. And the 2 other kids, it doesn't even say. I would assume she was able to take care of them, that she was able to take care of Maggie, but didn't say. I guess they were mainly focused on Maggie, considering what happens. So like I said in the beginning, this story does unfortunately involve a washing machine, and in the other story, she basically puts Maggie in the washing machine, and then apparently she passes out on the couch. So I guess the meth finally was done, and she just crashed out. Again, don't know how meth works, but that's what apparently happened. And apparently Maggie's aunt had came over, and Lindsay's aunt, somebody's aunt apparently came over, and she was the one who found Maggie dead, apparently after hearing noises from the washing machine. So then, of course, the aunt calls 911, and of course, like I said, Maggie's already dead. So Lindsay gets charged with murder. They find meth, amphetamines, opiates, and benzodiazepine in her system. So whole cocktail drugs, essentially. And then her bond was set for $100,000. For some reason, I don't know why they mentioned this, apparently to make the aunt look less credible, but it was said that Aunt Rhonda, who apparently is the aunt that came over and saw Maggie dead in the washing machine, they were saying that, she was under the influence of morphine. However, this morphine was prescribed to her, so she didn't go to jail, she didn't get in trouble, and I think they were basically trying to say, well, maybe you did it, to get it off Lindsay. So then in August of 2011, Lindsay apparently took a plea deal, and these 2 sentences are to run together. So apparently, child neglect, 30 years, and the second-degree manslaughter is 4 years. So apparently 15 years, so basically half of her sentence is in prison, and the other half is in probation. She's fined $1,500, and is basically, mandatory. You have to go to these classes, and you have to register as a violent offender. And she also apparently was served at least 85% of your sentence, like I see in a lot of other cases, before you're even eligible to apply for parole. Apparently, she first became eligible for parole back in last year, 2023, and then if you look at Oklahoma State records, it says she currently is on probation. So I guess she must have been doing good enough between the murder and now, or at least I guess once she got accepted, for them to accept her. And so do you think she should be out now, considering her long criminal history? The family, at least they tried, they understood, they were trying to get parental rights taken away. So if anybody knows where the kids are at now, because I imagine they went to foster care, but I feel like it would have said so. If they went to family, it would have said so. Some of the cases, it just doesn't say where these other kids went to. So like I said, if you know anybody involved in the case, definitely let me know, because again, cases all over the place. Of course, gave what I could now. I gave what I could. Sources always down below. I cover 3 faithful females every week. Subscribe for more faithful females, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.